matter. The more specific we are about certain situations or feelings or actions, it really makes it a lot easier to get over. So, for example, if we took the word of saying I'm feeling sad, which is quite common. If we're taking it feeling sad, which is quite a general idea, imagine it's in the clouds. It's not something you can really touch or do much with other than to feel it, and it's something that's really quite overwhelming at times. But if we took sad and simply asked a question of, well, in regard to what? What are you sad about specifically? Well, that might give you a bit more information. It might take you down a little out of the clouds and start saying, well, I'm feeling sad about my relationships. And you go, okay, well, what about your relationships is making you feel sad? And it'll be that either you may have a problem with a relationship, or you don't have a relationship, or you want to be in a relationship that you're not currently in. And from that point, you keep on asking a similar question to the point where you may come out, for example purposes, with someone saying, I really wish I was in a relationship with a committed partner that wanted the same life goals as I do, for example. It's quite a long sentence, it's quite detailed, and all of a sudden you'll notice from that large cloud of being specific, we've got down into the earth, down into the dirt, of actually saying specifically what it is we're upset about. Now, we may not resolve the situation of not having a partner in our lives, but we're not sad about our whole life anymore. We're just simply sad about this part of it, and in fact this part of it is a fraction of this part. So in that small example, I hope you get an understanding of the minute we get specific, the more achievable it is to manage. Now, as I say, you won't necessarily find a partner directly from this, but what you may get is simply that to isolate it off from the rest of your life. It may not therefore invade into your work or your community or other family in any form, because it's partitioned over here. That's why getting really specific about our feelings or what's on our mind or how to deal with something is very, very useful. It's actually one of the key tools that if you can get, and particularly going into sessions, you'll get asked, what in way specifically is it that's bothering you? We're taking you down from these clouds down into the dirt, actually what is going on. And once we're there, you'll be surprised at how easy it is to then understand it and accept it, and then find a way to move forward. And so when you've got a feeling of sadness, if you've got a feeling, or even about work or anything that's blown out, if you've got a project, I mean, this must be life. You've got a task you want to do, and it feels large. The smaller steps you can break it down into, the more achievable it feels like. There's a great story, and I'm going to tell it really badly, about Mark Spence, who was an American gold medalist, Olympian gold medalist. He had, what's the story now? He'd seen Olympians and the speeds they were doing, and he set about wanting to beat their times. Now, he had 4 years to do it in, and what he did was he saw that he was so many seconds slower than the Olympic gold medalist he'd seen, which, maybe like other sports, you maybe relate to the idea that it sounds like seconds, but in terms of effort and swim and so on, it's light years. It's a big difference. So he broke it down to kind of every year he needed to improve by X amount of seconds, and each month he had to improve by X amount every month, and then down to the point that every swim that he did, he had to get 1,000th of a second faster, for example, or whatever the numbers were. But he made each swim valuable. Each had a value to it, but a very small one. So he took this large thing of winning Olympic gold down to what would it cost each year, each month, each day, and each swim. He had to notice some improvement and chart it that way. And the outcome was he became gold medalist. He achieved the goal he'd set out to by breaking it down into small partitions of things he could go and do. And it's that kind of thinking that's going to really help when you're finding a task, situation, difficult to try and navigate. Get specific and keep on drilling it down to small levels. And you're going to get some, that example about the relationship, it's mammoth, because you will remember that when you felt sad at the end of a relationship, it's been devastating. But when you actually look at it, what specifically are you sad about? it's because that person's not in your life. So what is it about that person that's not in your life that makes you unhappy? And it's because this person meant these things here. And all of a sudden you get, actually, it doesn't overcast my whole life. They were representing an ideal that I had, and it didn't work out. And you can mourn and accept that. But you're a little more specific about it, and you're a little more understanding of where it's come from. And it's not invading as much the rest of your day or your life. So get specific. And in fact, this is a great one even as friends. If this is not bothering you, if you have friends who are coming on with their particular issues, ask them what in particular is bothering you. What's on your mind that specifically makes you want to do X, change, or be happy, or feeling upset. The more we can get specific, the easier it is to make that leap and find a solution. Take it from the clouds down to the dirt, and you're going to see a big change in focus and attention, and at least mindset to go out and tackle wherever you need to. So really take that for yourself, for your friends and family. When people come to the problems, get specific, get down to the detail. So take that and have a wonderful day wherever you are.